Hey y'all, it's your boy Rico,
And Sam,
and today we are covering J, and it is jealousy.
I think that I want to focus on the jealousy within the trans community, other trans people having jealousy towards other trans people, and generally that's based off of like where someone is at in their transition. I know that when I first started testosterone or even pre-testosterone, I would always like compare myself to other trans men, like, oh, he's got more facial hair than I do, or his body looks better than I do, he passes better than I do, his voice is deeper than mine. Like I would always catch myself like being like, oh, why don't I look like him, or why don't I look as good as him? Why don't people see me as masculine or as manly as he is? And it's something I definitely struggle with a lot. Like the more trans people I would meet in my town, or the more trans people I would see online, I would catch myself trying to compare myself to them and getting jealous and like dysphoric because I felt like I could not compare to them. Um, I think it got really hard for me. I remember like one time I was sitting in my house with a couple of friends, and they started asking like, oh, like everybody around me. They were asking everybody around me like, oh, who do you think the hottest trans guy in Austin is, or who do you think like the hottest T-boy you've ever met is, or ever seen is, and like they all started naming off all these guys and like talking about like why they're so hot and how they have like the best bodies and the best face and how good their beards look, and it just made me feel really self-conscious because I didn't have any of those things. Um, and I think that it's gotten easier for me now that I am starting to notice these things happening. I'm a little under 2 years on testosterone, and I think that it's just taken me some time to realize that like I'm only a little under 2 years on testosterone. Like I have my whole life ahead of me, my whole life to go through this journey, and my whole life to start seeing the man that I want to see, and it happens at a different pace for everybody. I've seen trans men have full beards by 6 months on testosterone. Rico over here has so much more facial hair than I had at 1 year, and he's only 10 months on T. Like I mean, like I was like a year and a half on testosterone, and I barely had like this little peach fuzz of a mustache, and it really just started coming in like a couple months ago. And here's Rico over here with that Puerto Rican blood, and he looks great. He looks great. And so I guess it's like me just realizing that my transition will come in due time, and that I will only become more happy with myself as it goes on, and just accepting that I should just be happy for my brothers and sisters and siblings that are all experiencing these changes, and I should celebrate them and love them and just be really excited for them rather than be like, okay, well, why don't I have that? Because I will have it one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. For me, jealousy more so stems not from trans people, it's the cis people. I always think of the cis. um, for example, my past relationship, I was dating a cis straight female, and I was the only trans guy she's ever been with, and it was an open relationship, so she was able to sleep with other men, and of course I would get jealous. We're all human, everyone gets jealous no matter what kind of relationship you're in, and of course I would just compare myself to these guys that she's eyeballing, or I know she's going home with. It's like they're taller than me, they're hairier than me, lower voice than me, more masculine, but you just have to be confident and remember, at the end of the day, the one they love is you. You know what I mean? You can be in a committed relationship in love, you can even be in a closed relationship and they can find other people attractive, but at the end of the day, they're going home to you and they're loving you, and they want to spend most of the time with you. You're their primary. And even if you don't have that confidence, try to fake it till you make it, really. If you try to come off confident, you'll have an aura about you. And also with the cis gay boys, I definitely get jealous, envious about gay boys in a sense, because they're all, of course, taller than me. Most are hairier than me, and they're just overall more confident, and they can walk around shirtless if they please. They can wear anything and look good. You know what I mean? I always have to consider a binder or anything. But again, you just have to be confident. You know what I mean? If you think you're sexy and you keep telling that yourself, that you look good, that you're enough, you will portray that, and that confidence is sexy, in my opinion. And just because you might be insecure that you're trans or you have jealous feelings, uh, everyone in the planet has insecurities. Yours might be because you're trans, and that's okay. If it's a cis person, it could be because they're too short, they're too hairy, they have a really high voice, and they hate it. Like, there's so many things people are insecure about. And I just realized that it's not just a trans thing to be jealous and feel like they're less than, because I'm sure cis people feel insecure about many other things. And just remember that, like, you're not alone in your feelings of being jealous. Just try to be more confident in yourself and just know your worth.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a cute little short video on jealousy. For next week, Kay, we are going to be covering kink. We still are working on what to talk about.
You got this.
Fuck. What?
You got this.
Yeah,
We all know that trans people are the kinkiest motherfuckers there are. We all have our kinks, and let's talk about them.
there you go. Cool. That works.
Yeah.
Alright, y'all. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, and definitely subscribe. We'll see y'all next week. Take care.
Bye.